Hi guys, it's Ella. So today is day 4 of the TBR Shame Week. I hope you've been enjoying it so far, but today I have 5 easy things that you can do to make your TBR a little bit more manageable. First, let's start off talking about, even before you start buying books, do your research. Make sure you buy books that sound like something that you would want to read versus just something that you might sort of kind of be interested in. Or even if somebody recommends a book to you, definitely, check if it sounds like something you might be interested in. A good resource to do that is Goodreads. If you are a part of BookTube or if you watch enough BookTube videos, you know about Goodreads. They have great descriptions. They have a lot of reviews available that you can read, and they do mark spoilers so that you're not spoiled on the book even before you even buy it. Now keep in mind, you still may not like the book, and that's okay, but at least you have counteracted it on the front end versus spending money on something that you know for sure you're not going to like. Which brings me to point number 2. If you don't like what you're reading, switch. There's nothing wrong with either reading 2 books at a time, or 3 or 4, I do it all the time, or just putting a book down completely just because you don't like it. Also, if you are reading a book that you do like, you're probably gonna read it faster because you're gonna be eager to get to the story. Now, point number 3 is something that I know for myself. Make sure you know where your books are and make sure you know they're organized. Because before I organized my bookshelf, I don't know how many times I would think to myself, oh, I wanna read such and such a book, and then can't find it. I have no idea where it is on my bookshelf, or if it's on a different bookshelf, or if it's some random place. So make sure you know where your books are, make sure they're organized so that they're easy to find. Also, what I find myself doing is standing in front of my bookcase and just kind of browsing, kind of like I'm at a store. I just try to figure out what I want to read and pick it up, or just look around and see if anything catches my eye, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in order to do that, you need to know where all your books are. Number 4 is if you make a monthly TBR for yourself, make sure that you're not super strict with yourself. There's nothing worse than reading a book that you're not in the mood for just because you said you would. What I do personally is, even if I make a TBR for myself, I do 2 things. 1, I don't necessarily stick to it. There's nothing wrong with changing books. 2, I make it small so that in the middle of the month I can still pick up different books that I'm in the mood for, and then maybe the mood will strike me to finish whatever was on my TBR. If it's not, I don't just roll it over to the next month. I pick what I think I'm gonna want to read. It's not like there's a TBR police that are gonna come and take all your books from your TBR shelf or pick out all the books that you haven't read off of your bookshelf. So it's not like you absolutely have to stick to it. And number 5 is probably the most obvious and also probably the hardest, but don't stress about it. If this whole week has taught me anything, it's not to stress about reading. Reading is supposed to be fun. I don't read to stress myself out. I don't read just to make these videos for you guys. I read because I enjoy it. And if I don't enjoy it, what's the point? If it stops being fun and starts being a job, I won't want to do it anymore. And so don't stress. Even if you have a lot of books on your TBR, I'm sure you're going to get to them eventually. There's absolutely nothing wrong with just taking a step back and saying to yourself, you know what? I don't really feel like reading today. You know what? That book's been on my shelf for a really long time, but I really am not in the mood for that. I think I'll grab something that I bought last week. I hope these tips were helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. I hope you're excited for my big finale tomorrow. I'm excited, obviously, so I hope you are as well, and I hope you have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!